This video was digitized from a reel of silent 8mm film, and it's of the U.S. Army in Fort Leonard, Missouri in December of 1955. And you can see there's some 2.5-ton deuce and a half trucks, and they're going to man up what was known as a duck, a DUKW. There it is right there. And it was basically a GM type vehicle that was put onto a 2.5-ton chassis, which you saw at the beginning of the film, and it was designed by a partnership under the military office of Sparkman and Stevens and General Motors Corporation. The duck was used for the transportation of goods and troops over land and water, excelling at approaching and crossing beaches in amphibious warfare attacks. It was intended only to last long enough to meet the demands of combat. And you can still see these around in major cities. I know they have them in Boston, where they do tourist craft tours. And the duck was, like I mentioned, was designed by Rod Stevens of Sparkman and Stevens, and developed by the National Defense Research Committee in the Office of Scientific Research and Development to solve the problem of resupply to units which had just performed an amphibious landing. It was initially rejected by the armed services, but when a U.S. Coast Guard patrol craft ran aground on a sandbar near Provincetown, Massachusetts, an experimental duck happened to be in the area for a demonstration, and it went out in 60-knot winds, rain, and heavy surf, and rescued the 7 stranded Coast Guardsmen. And it kind of won acclaim after that, and the military opposition to the duck faded away, and it later proved its seaworthiness by crossing the English Channel. And the final production design was perfected by a few engineers at Yellow Truck and Coach in Pontiac, Michigan, and at their Pontiac West Assembly Plant, and Chevrolet Division General Motors at their St. Louis Truck Assembly Plant. And 21,147 were manufactured before production ended in 1945. So that's an awful lot of them. I didn't know that many. 21,147. I hope you enjoyed this piece of history, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more military and patriotic videos, which I try to upload every other day on my site. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.